Hey folks, welcome back to the Fisherman's Guide. Today we are in the Biloxi Marsh chasing the birds. They got a lot of speckled trout under them, a lot of shrimp. I got my buddy David from David's Custom Tackle with me. This is the man that pours all my jig heads.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we're gonna get back after these fish. Y'all stick around.
The Fisherman's Guide presented by the Hollywood Casino. Today's episode brought to you by Ocean Marine, Sportsman's Boats, Sport Trail Trailers, Sound Waves Marine Outfitters, Past Purchasing, Crystal Seas, The Spine Institute, Hook, Gulf Coast Cuisine, Egret Baits, Matrix Shad, Sea to Swamp Outfitters, Pure Fishing, Counting Solutions for the Small Business, Parker Poles, Mojo, and Salt Life Optics.
David Sanders produces several different types of saltwater tackle, but I tell you what really brought him to the dance are his jig heads. David was the first one to introduce a wide gap hook on a jig head. Now whenever we're talking about jig heads, we're talking about lead heads anywhere from generally an 1/8 of an ounce to 5/8 of an ounce that have a hook coming out of them. You thread these into soft plastics and that's what gives them their action and allows you to work them along the bottom.
Give me a little trouble. You all right?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
What kind of rod are you using?
It's a Parker pole, brother.
Parker
I
pole.
didn't know they made any other rods.
Oh, really? Sweet.
Come on around.
Yeah.
Pretty red. Look at that big old bull.
Oh, that thing's gorgeous, man.
Look at the coloration on him. Drop his head. There we go. Hey, I tell you what, Brad makes some rods that'll stand up to the bend, don't
Brad
they?
Parker can make a rod, I guarantee you. Look at that beautiful red.
There we go.
You can let go, bud. He ain't. Them grips ain't gonna let go. How much does he weigh? Let's see. Move your hand up on the bogus. Your scale show off.
That fish there was caught on an egret baits Bayou chub. Opening night with a chartreuse tail.
The David Custom Tackle.
David's
8-ounce
custom
jig.
jig.
Good job.
Let's check out, see how much he weighs real quick. This fish weighs hair over 16 pounds. That's a good fish right there. It's a really good fish.
Okay, so we pulled up on the first group of birds out here. What we catch under that group? 8 or 10 fish?
Yeah, probably 8 or 10.
8 or 10 fish, but we didn't have any keeper trout.
No keeper trout.
So we're gonna move. It's a run and gun type of fishing out here whenever you're fishing the birds. If you pull up 8, 10, 12 fish in the boat, you don't have a keeper, leave those alone, move on to the next group. We got 2 more groups right over here. One of the big advantages that I have with the equipment on this boat, that Minn Kota iPilot, whenever we pulled up, we started rigging up, tying baits, all that. I can hit that autopilot, point it at those birds. We can do whatever we want to. By the time we get through tying up, we're just about on them and we're ready to fish. You ready?
I'm ready.
Grab
Let's do
your
it.
rod.
Let's do it. My name's David Sanders. I'm the CEO and founder of David's Custom Tackle. I started making jigs when I was 15 on the back porch with my dad. We were actually trimming jigs, and I started to think to myself that the jig we first made was our Barrier Island jig, and it has a really unique design, and I thought to myself, hey, I could probably sell these. And I took 200, sold them in a week, and I did that 2 more times. After that, we made a business, and I came out with a couple of different types of jigs and did that.
We got another little species here, white trout. White trout's very similar to the speckled trout, and Dana's got a speckled trout back there. Bring that one up here, Dana. Let's look at them side by side.
This is a pretty little trout too. This is a good example here. There you go.
Obviously, the speckled trout's got all the spots. White trout has none. They'll have that purple hue to their back. Their whole body's built about the same, and they taste just alike. The only difference is some people say that the white trout don't freeze as well, and they don't hold up over time like speckled trout do. But they all taste good right off the bat. No size limit, no creel limit. You can keep as many of these as you want. I'm gonna turn this one loose. Look at there, another one coming in the boat. We want them here.
The first fish I ever caught was out of a 12-foot john boat on our farm that we have to hunt on. I just missed a fish, but
I did too.
anyways, I caught a bass, and Daddy was doing something else. I tried to get Mama to unhook it for me, but it actually ended up losing my first fish. And ever since then, I've thought to myself that every fish I catch, I do not want to lose. And coming out with the hooks that I have, especially the wide gap, fish just don't get off, and it works really well.
Hey folks, we're on them. We have found them. We got them coming in the boat 3 at a time, but y'all stick around. We'll be right back.
It's the one and only Players Club for the Mississippi Gulf Coast and beyond. The all-new Marquee Rewards at Hollywood Casino and Boomtown Casino. Now with even more benefits that you can take with you to exciting destinations like Chicago and fabulous Las Vegas. It's the all-new Marquee Rewards, exclusively at Hollywood Casino Gulf Coast and Boomtown Casino Biloxi.
Hey, I'm Captain Ronnie Dino from Fisherman's Guide. Today we're here at Cedar Swamp. This is a store that carries what catches fish. For your next outing, freshwater, saltwater, inshore or offshore, Cedar Swamp's got the gear that works.
For over 80 years, serious anglers have depended on Penn. You can too. When you get that bite of a lifetime, be confident knowing that Penn is with you. Penn, let the battle begin.
When it comes to boating, most folks want more features for less cost. And that's what Sportsman Boats is all about. With yacht caliber components, the Sportsman Boats lineup offers bay boats, center consoles, plus tournament class and open cockpit models. To find the perfect fishing machine that puts your family first, contact your nearest Sportsman Boats dealer and discover that with a Sportsman Boat, you can have it all.
Another great pro tip for you from the Fisherman's Guide this week. You know, here in South Mississippi, South Louisiana where I fish, fluorocarbon is great during the winter months for leader material. We have clean water. 80% of the year though, our water doesn't justify fluorocarbon. I use monofilament. And one way to take care of that monofilament, make it easy to handle, is simply putting a koozie around your spool. That always provides for a free tag in. It's not going to unspool, it's not going to get tangled up, but it also provides another big advantage. What is that, Gerald?
Well, as you can see, it's in the koozie. It's not in the direct sunlight. The direct sunlight, the UV, breaks down the monofilament, the plastic, in any plastic liner. You keep it in the koozie, it'll last you the whole season basically. Whenever you get a new spool, you put it into a koozie, and it keeps the light, the sunlight out. I mean, you just better.
It keeps everything nice and neat, always a tag in there. You don't have to unravel it, you don't have to get knots out of it, and that'll save you time, make your day on the water easier and more enjoyable. Y'all don't forget to check us out on Facebook, like the page while you're there. We'll have plenty more of these pro tips for you to check out there, and last week and next week's recipes from Chef Corey at Hook Gulf Coast Cuisine. That fish is going to be right at legal. And I tell you what, the soft plastics that we're using today are great, but whenever you're fishing these birds for speckled trout and you get on a school like this, that voodoo shrimp, look at how he balled it up. I mean, he just annihilated it. But 50, 60 fish, one bait, you're still catching them, putting them in the boat. These things hold up, they last all day.
Boy.
What you got there, bro?
Oh! I was watching you.
What you got, David?
I don't know, cuz.
Let's come back here and catch this fish.
Yeah, let me get back
Let me
here.
get out of your way, man.
Got a speckled trout on, little bitty one. He's gone.
I'm gonna guess.
I'm gonna guess it's a cat.
I'm guessing catfish. That's what I'm guessing.
That's my guess too.
Look at that Parker pole. That's what I love about them. They'll stand up to whatever you got.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
I hope you brought some extra jig heads because we're fixing to cut that one off. There we go. This feels like a little better fish, Dana.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a better fish.
Oh yeah, that's what we're looking for right there. Come here. Cut the line, don't fool with that thing. Look at there. Keeper trout, that's what you want under the birds. You can't ask for much better. Now I know you may notice there's not many birds here. We found them with the birds. We came to a flock, they went away, but the fish are still here. We're gonna keep working at them. A little better fish there, Dana?
I believe so. I believe it is.
I think he had a little heart whenever he hit it is what it was.
Yeah, they,
He's close.
he hit me harder than he looked.
Oh. I tell you what, sometimes those smaller ones, they're so aggressive whenever they're in here competing for this bait. It feels like a big fish whenever they hit.
Well, I have many different variations. The wide gap hook is actually one of Ronnie's favorites, isn't it, Ronnie?
Yes, it is.
It's it does really well for all your trout, redfish, even flounder. What it does, it gets it down in their mouth and they just can't get rid of it. And you catch a lot of fish, you get better hook sets, and plus they just don't get off. Right now I'm fishing with a trout tamer, which I love because it has a coil spring keeper on it. So what it does is you twist your bait onto it and you don't have to fix your jig every time you catch a fish. So you catch a fish and they'll pull your skirt down if you're using a regular old jig head. Well, with this coil spring keeper, it keeps your jig up on the hook and you don't have to fix it. You just keep fishing all day long with the same plastic. Right now, I'm planning on either doing something out in God's creation, obviously. I mean, that's where my passion is. I'm probably gonna go into something like forestry or forestry and botany, or I might go the marine science way and do something that I can do this every day.
I finally got some corks in my tackle box though, Ronnie. It took me a long time. I mean, it really took me. But I figure if the bushes fish with corks, I figure I can.
It was like pulling teeth, huh?
Yeah, man, it is. I like to feel the bite. I don't want to see it.
We get out here and fish with these corks all day long, and I lay down to go to sleep at night, and I can just see that cork going under whenever I close my eyes to go to sleep. There he is. Fish on. Good trout. There we go. Oh yeah. Come here. There we go. Speckled trout. Hey, y'all stick around. We'll be right back.
Fresh seafood has been a Gulf Coast tradition for centuries. Today, Pass Purchasing is the only open-air seafood market in Mississippi, bringing a variety of locally caught and gourmet boat-fresh seafood to families and businesses of the Gulf Coast. Pass Purchasing is also a fuel dock and an ice plant, open 7 days a week. Pass Purchasing in the Pass Christian Harbor, wholesale seafood to the public. From the Gulf to your table.
Hey, I'm Captain Ronnie Daniels with Fisherman's Guide. Today we're here at Cedar Swamp. This is a store that carries what catches fish. For your next outing, freshwater, saltwater, inshore or offshore, Cedar Swamp's got the gear that works.
For over 80 years, serious anglers have depended on Penn. You can too. When you get that bite of a lifetime, be confident knowing that Penn is with you. Penn, let the battle begin.
When it comes to boating, most folks want more features for less cost. And that's what Sportsman Boats is all about. With yacht caliber components, the Sportsman Boats lineup offers bay boats, center consoles, plus tournament class and open cockpit models. To find the perfect fishing machine that puts your family first, contact your nearest Sportsman Boats dealer and discover that with a Sportsman Boat, you can have it all.
When I was a little boy, I thought my dad could do just about anything. So it was really hard watching severe back pain take its toll. You know, he's just not the same anymore. Thanks to VaxD, my kids think their granddad can do just about anything.
VaxD, helping people get back to life.
These 3-inch voodoos, especially this time of the year, whenever you've got your brown shrimp coming out, all the bait in the water is about the same size as this. They are absolutely deadly. No sooner got it out of my mouth talking about how deadly the 3-inch voodoo shrimp was to these speckled trout. And there he is. Boat monkey float went down. And a voodoo magic hanging out of this fish's mouth.
I have no idea what this is. It's a catfish though, I'm pretty confident.
Oh no, he's up top. That's gonna be a trout. Oh yeah, good trout.
Oh, that's a good trout, Dave. Oh boy.
Step down here. Step down here. Swing him up on the deck up there. Come on, come on. Oh yeah.
Ooh, that was a good one, Dave.
It's a good fish right there.
That is, my man. Good job.
Thank you.
David Sanders, David's Custom Tackle out here helping us get it done.
Might take me a
Biloxi
while
Marsh.
to catch him, but hey, it's the biggest one on the boat today.
Fourth quarter player. He might catch him at the end, but they're gonna be good, huh?
Oh yeah.
All right, take a step back now. Oh! I don't think so. It's a little trout. Look, he's still hitting
You
it.
had, Ronnie.
Oh! Look. Now that is wanting a bait right there. He is under the boat right here. My cork's all twisted up. It's a little bitty trout, and he will not leave this thing alone. Look. I got him that time. Look. I could have caught that one with a cane pole. He chased it up here. Oh, that's actually a keeper fish. I literally caught him out from under the trolling motor. Now, I'll tell you what, if that isn't a testament for how bad they want to eat these little voodoo shrimp this time of the year, that's something else.
Just flip it right there, Dave.
Just had to hit me where I was moving.
They after that shrimp right there. Just flip it right there, buddy.
He got me so twisted up right here, just bouncing that thing around, I may not be able to fish the rest of the day.
Sure, we could rig up something for you.
You find something for me?
Oh yeah.
He's still there.
Hey, I thought that one was a little tiny one. He ended up being I think that fish is a keeper. There. He got you? Hey, Dana, what do you think? I think next week we'll do a cane pole episode for Speckled Trout right here.
Oh, they a corn-free keeper on their voodoo.
No kidding. It's the only flaw.
That is a very large white trout right there.
Good one.
That's a good white trout.
Oh,
You see the purple in it? It's one of the most beautiful fish in the Gulf. They might not keep well, but they sure are pretty.
What you got there?
I have a pretty decent sized white trout. I mean, it's a real pretty fish.
Tell you what, that's a species that we haven't cooked for y'all yet. So today, we're gonna put white trout on the menu for you. Let's see what Chef Corey's got to do with this. Go put him in the box.
All right, man, I got you.
Hi, I'm Justin Smith from Hook Gulf Coast Cuisine. We're going to do a Blue Moon beer battered white trout with a crab and key lime tartar. Today we're going to do things a little backwards. We're going to start with our tartar sauce first, and then we're going to move on to our fish. Take about a cup of mayonnaise. We're going to add about a tablespoon of shallots to it. Then we're going to do a pinch or two of cilantro. We're also going to add in about a tablespoon of lime juice and about a tablespoon of orange juice to really bring out that citrus flavor. Today we are using lump blue crab meat. It gives a lot more flavor and a little better texture. At the very end, what we're going to do is we're going to add our crab meat to it. We want to do this at the very end so that we don't break the crab meat up. It gives it a nice good lumpiness to it. Crab meat is like bacon. You put it on anything and it's going to be better. Today we're going to be using a nice flaky white trout. You catch it right out here in the Gulf. You can catch it in the Bay of St. Louis. It's great fish. It's a little more delicate than the speckled trout, but we're going to be putting it on a sandwich. The speckled trout has a little bit more flavor, but it's on a sandwich. We're going to add a lot of flavor to this fish. All right, today with the white trout, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Blue Moon, one whole Blue Moon beer. We'll take 1 egg and roughly about a cup of flour. I'm going to mix all that together, and then I'm going to squeeze in a little bit of orange juice. And this is just kind of, you got to bring it to your own flavors. You got to taste it to see what it is that you like with it. I usually do probably 2 tablespoons of orange juice here. Now, to prepare for this fish, what you're going to need to do is you're going to take the fish and you're going to dip it right into your beer batter. Now, if you're using a basket in your fryer, make sure your basket's already in the fryer. You do not want to lay this fish down in the basket and then drop it in the fryer. You will make a complete mess. Drop it straight into the oil. Let it cook for 4 to 5 minutes. It's really going to have to be in how thick your batter is once you've completed it. Best thing, when you pull it up, crack it open, take a little look, make sure that fish is cooked all the way through. So right now I'm going to plate this fish. What we're going to do, we're going to use a nice soft sourdough bun, which really brings out good flavor. It's got a great soft texture to it. So I'm just going to spread a little of this tartar sauce across the bottom, and then I'm going to put the fish on top, and then I'm going to put a large hump of the key lime crab tartar right on top. And this is my Blue Moon beer battered trout with a key lime and crab tartar.
There he is.
Come on, little trout. I know you're right there.
There he is. That was a keeper fish. Look at that. Look at that.
Look at this picture here. All 3 corks are
within 10 feet of the boat.
That's just, look at the shrimp jumping out there.
Fish coming in so fast, I hadn't even got them in the box yet. We are literally throwing these corks 15 feet off the side of the boat. These fish are chasing a school of shrimp right here, popping them out of the water. We're dropping voodoos in within 20 feet of the boat, catching them one after another. Tell you what, as much fun as we're having here today, we are on a hot trout bite. Things are great. The one thing you don't ever want to do on the water is risk it with the weather. You look over my shoulder here, we got a big thunderstorm moving in. We've sat here for a little while. We don't have any lightning, so I don't feel like we're in danger yet, but we're gonna get out of the way of this thing because you never know when they could turn bad. Stay safe, make it home safe, come out and fish another day. We'll see y'all again next week.
The Fisherman's Guide presented by the Hollywood Casino. Today's episode brought to you by Ocean Marine, Sportsman's Boats, Sport Trail Trailers, Sound Waves Marine Outfitters, Past Purchasing, Crystal Seas, The Spine Institute, Hook, Gulf Coast Cuisine, Egret Baits, Matrix Shad, Sea to Swamp Outfitters, Pure Fishing, Counting Solutions for the Small Business, Parker Poles, Mojo, and Salt Life Optics.